All right, good evening. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Open Talk Radio 313 The Flash and another edition of Welcome to the Spotlight with Mark Command Center right here in Metro Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, we're going to be talking to the one and only Kevin, the owner of Detroit Boxing Madness. I look forward to talk to him relatively shortly. He should be joining us momentarily, so I'm excited to talk about all things Detroit Boxing Madness and what that's all about and how I may be able to service you all right here in Metro Detroit, Michigan. Let's see if we can get at Open Talk Radio 313 The Flash, give you a different, to bring you different type of content. Don't like to call ourselves a podcast. I don't like that frame for us, but we just like to talk and talk about the things that are important, and we like to spotlight special people, and that's what this show is all about, is spotlighting people that are doing amazing things like Kevin and like my man Kayvon, who's on this feed for right now. He's doing amazing things. He's going to be ascending as a pro wrestler, not just in Metro Detroit, but nationally. So just watch for my man Kayvon. He's been a very, very big supporter of Open Talk Radio 313 The Flash and Detroit Wrestling Connection and even Tag Team Relief. You know he follows me over there as well. He's a good brother, also one of the co-hosts on Wrestle Talking to D. So please lock in on Kayvon. He's a great man, great young man. One of the best people I know. One of the best people I know that's walking the face of the earth. So thank you, Kayvon, for tuning in. I don't know how long you're going to be listening to this show tonight, but thank you. But again, we're going to be talking to Kevin. He is the owner of Detroit Boxing Madness. I had the privilege of meeting him on Instagram a few months back, and we hit it off ever since. This is a guy that has a cool business. He has a cool thing that he's doing with Detroit Boxing Madness, and I think tonight is a good night for him to share more about Detroit Boxing Madness. And can't wait to have him on. Seems like an awesome and energetic guy. I think he's tapping in right now. Without further ado, let's welcome Kevin, the owner. I believe he's going to be joining us shortly. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Nice to finally meet you and see your face.
Thank you. Is my sound coming in clear?
Yes, it's coming in clear. What about me on your end?
Yeah, perfect. Clear.
All right. As I tell every guest that comes on this show, I want to thank you for taking time out to make time to come on this show to talk to me. I don't take that lightly, so I wanted to thank you and appreciate you for joining this show.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I was glad you had me on.
Awesome. You have a cool business, a cool concept, what you're doing with Detroit Boxing Madness, but I want to start off by asking you, where did this idea come from, the Detroit Boxing Madness? How did you come up with doing this?
Well, I had done fitness. I was a fitness instructor since I moved back to Detroit area. I lived in Boston for a while. I did like every group fitness class under the sun at one point in my life. And then I decided I want to become an instructor. And I moved here, I want to say fall of 2018. And then I started teaching classes in 2019. COVID happened.
Yeah.
I was doing outdoor classes too. But the classes I taught were always like a sports class. We would have like soccer balls or basketballs, and we'd kind of move around. I'd set like kind of an obstacle course. The program I teach is called Cardiosport. The program I was certified to teach when I started out, it was called Cardiosport, and I still teach it. Basically, it's like an obstacle course with basketballs, soccer balls. We are constantly moving, constantly changing, and we're kind of constantly moving to the music. There's no like stations. There's no points in the class where you're like counting reps or anything. So I was teaching that at Wayne State, and I would sometimes have like special themes. So I'd have like a Christmas metal theme where like during Christmas time, we'd have all this Christmas metal music and do kind of like a over the top class once in a while. And just really surprise people when they come in the room. There's like almost like a Christmas setup and Christmas trees and stuff. And they're like, what is going on today? So that's kind of where it started at. Boxing Madness started out. as like a theme I did once. I was going to do it maybe once a year, because they had the gym that I taught at Wayne State. We have these boxing bags in the
Uh-huh.
gym, and at the time they were just collecting dust. There were no, I think after COVID happened, there were no boxing classes. They had like self-defense classes, they had boxing classes, and there was just those bags were just sitting in the room, just in the way, collecting dust, and they're kind of with the sand on the bottom of them.
Uh,
So I would. Oh, go ahead. Do you have any question? You said
no,
something.
I was just letting you know that I'm acknowledging what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So these bags are just sitting in the room, and at first I was like, "Get these bags out of here! They're taking up space. I want to teach my classes in here because I like using the whole room. I like, I want us being able to do like a sprint all the way across and a sprint all the way back, and the boxing bags are kind of sitting there and they're kind of getting, they're kind of taking up a little too much room, and I didn't like them at first, but then I'm like, since these things are here. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if we did sort of like a Rocky boxing class, like kind of a boxing theme one that was just a little different? And then I ran it, and the students at Wayne State loved that class. Like they were like, I had a pretty strong following. I had a lot of people taking my class at the time, but they just wanted more of it. They couldn't get enough of it. So they'd
It
be
was like
like,
a
"Can we?"
drug, huh?
Yeah, it was. So like they would be like, "Can we do that same one we did the boxing one again? Can we do can we do the boxing class again?" But I can't just do I can't just do boxing a second time without having retooling and rethinking it again and doing a completely different class because I don't want it to be the same thing we did last time.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I would kind of say to people, if you guys keep taking my class and if I see a lot of people signed up and you're good, we might do another boxing class. And then we would do it. So it was something we would do,
Uh,
and it would be like my way of rewarding people for like taking my class and working hard. If they were like taking the class frequently and my numbers were way up, I'd be like, okay, since the numbers are up and everyone's coming in and they're working hard, we're gonna box. So I would sometimes say we're gonna do a fun day on Thursday. And they're like, well, what are you doing on Thursday? I'm like, yeah, you have to see it's a fun day. So it could be like a baseball themed day. We like sometimes we play like dodgeball, baseball.
right.
So it's a baseball that you can hit, but you can actually throw it at the people that are running the bases. And that's a lot of fun too. Boxing
Yeah,
Madness is good though. But
yeah, you definitely got a lot going on. I want to apologize. There's some noise in the background, so forgive me if you hear some noise in the
oh no, I don't
background.
hear a thing. Nope.
Okay. So what types of people do you offer these classes to? Is there an age demographic or
Oh,
a size demographic?
well, I guess I didn't finish what I was. So basically, I did more boxing stuff, and then eventually I was like, one day I was like, why don't I? Because we would just I guess I call them boxing themed cardio sport classes. They were like we would just box at the last three songs of the class. There'd be like 12 songs in a class or something, and then like the last three songs we'd box. But I had like an idea, like what if we had the gloves on the entire time? What if like we could do a class where you're still doing a lot of like, and basically it became a different class because it was like I had more elaborate ones where it was like kind of like a boxing madness. Like I think that's what I first called the first class. I was like, let's just call this boxing madness, where it's not even we're just boxing the entire time. We're moving around the room the same, but like it's a completely different concept. We're not using the soccer balls and stuff as we maybe use them at the beginning or something. Um, and then I asked my boss at Wayne State, or Carol Geist, if I could do a full like boxing class and have it be a separate thing. And we were trying to come up with something we could call it. We were like boxing extreme, boxing crazy, boxing. We're like, oh, boxing madness. Let's do that one. And then I put like posters and flyers up for it, and then people just started signing up. The only problem is though,
Wow.
and people. I love teaching cardio sport and I love teaching boxing madness. I love both of them.
Okay.
But I have to be honest here. Is like my cardio sport class isn't doing as well as it was because I think people want to do the boxing one. They're like, well, his other classes are really a lot of fun too, but I like the boxing better. That's what most people say, but not everybody. Some people like cardio sport more.
Yeah. So how has social media like been played a part in you promoting this class? Has it been beneficial for you, or are you like still learning?
I am just getting into social media stuff. Most of my advertise. So I guess your other question is like, where is this offered? What's the age demographic? I believe was the question.
Yep.
So before, and I think you saw my video on Instagram, and I had just made an account on Instagram when you saw
I remember
that
you telling me that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of posting to do, and I'm kind of a social media grandpa. I need to find somebody to just maybe like help me with it. Just like, I think people really like to, like, if you have friends that love social media, they actually get excited to help you.
Yeah.
I gotta kind of like knock on their door a little bit more and say like, am I doing this right?
Yeah, that'll help out. Like, the more you get big, the more you might need that help, that social media help. But,
oh yeah, I would gladly hire someone to do it. So.
Yeah.
But at first, so Boxing Madness for the since fall 2023, I believe is when we started doing that's when we first started Boxing Madness officially and as its own class. And then it's been just for Wayne State, like it's the only way you could take Boxing Madness is that either you had to get a Mort Harris membership, so you could become a member if you live like right near Wayne State's campus, you could become a member, and some people do that. They become members at that gym, and then they discover Boxing Madness, and they come in all the time. But mostly it's just the students. So I've had times where like, I got good numbers and stuff like that at Wayne State, so I was like, I think I got something here. So then I went all over Detroit looking for people getting rid of those boxing bags. Like people had them in their garage. There's just like, I thought I was going to exercise in my garage or my basement. I never used this. It's like NordicTrack. People buy these NordicTracks or the bikes or treadmills or whatever. Peanut.
Right.
Well, I don't know what the new ones are, but during COVID they sold a lot of that stuff. You'll see it on the curbs, I'm sure soon.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but no, I was like, I went on like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and just went around and buying those bags because like I got to find somewhere I can do it.
Yeah.
So now, for the first time in Roseville, you can actually take my Boxing Madness class without like it's available to the public for the first time since September. Mm-hmm. And I'm rambling like crazy. I've never done a podcast before.
You know what's funny about you? Listen. You helping me out, man, because you talking long, and that's
okay.
that's always a good. I'm loving this because
okay.
you are a storyteller. You are you're a long talker, and I'm loving it. So, because sometimes I might interview somebody and they might be real short, and I have to figure out, and that doesn't help me out, So I'm not. It's almost like I shouldn't rely on you all, but it helps. Like when you go lengthy with answers, you know what I mean?
I think my friends and family members are like sick of hearing me talk about Boxing Madness. It's like a lot of what I talk about. I'm just like so excited about. So like if I were like, tune in on this podcast, like, I don't know, I'll fast forward to the end because
exactly.
or pretend they saw it.
You said something interesting, man. Like you can't stop talking about it, and I'm familiar. I'm familiar with that excitement, the things I try, things that I do and I've done that I'm happy about. You want to talk to people about it. Sometimes people don't want to hear it, but what excites you about this venture, this I'm going to call it your baby. What excites you and what motivates you to continue to do this?
Well, two things. One is I think lots of things actually, but I think it's the most fun I've ever had. Like, even if like, it's sometimes there were days I would come up with class designs and I always have my headphones on and stuff. Like I always bring like pocket-sized headphones in my pocket all the time because I'm like, I listen to songs and like I'll be in my car. I'm like, I gotta pull over. I'm like, we just got gas. I'm like, no, I thought of what I need to do for song 3. I got to write it down before like song 3 of 12 in this one class. Or whatever. But like, no, I have so much fun. Once I have a class I like a lot, I'll just like almost obsess about it. I love it. And and then I can't wait to show it to people, and then they like it too. But I like the fact that it's keeping me fit. I'm exercising all the time. I'm getting in, really good shape, but also other people are getting in shape with me, and we're kind of doing this all together. It's kind of a team thing. It's kind of like a really hard soccer or basketball practice you had as a kid.
Yeah.
But with boxing mixed into like doing the push-ups and the jumps and all that stuff, and we move around the room the entire time.
Gotcha. How would someone sign up for your class, and what are like the prices to get to sign up?
So at Roseville, you just need to walk in, and there's a sign-in sheet, and then you pay me directly. So there's nothing, it's the easiest. You can pay me in cash, PayPal, Venmo, whatever you want to do. So
awesome. Now,
only $10 at the moment. There's gonna be a price increase in January, but at the moment it's only $10.
Cool.
It's only gonna be 15, I think, in the next.
Gotcha. That's not bad. That's pretty affordable.
Oh yeah. I just want people to come in and try it out, because I think the more people we get in there, I think we're just gonna have a great time. And
yeah. Do you? I don't want to forget this other question, because I wanted to ask you about music, but I want to make sure I ask you this first question first. Mm-hmm. Do you feel good knowing that you're making a difference in somebody's life? Yes, this is a business, but do you also get some joy in knowing that?
Oh yeah. I guess I didn't really answer that, but no, that would be like what I'm happy with the growth I've had with it, like my fitness level, but I'm bringing other people into it. We're all getting crazy fit. They're having a great time. They're gaining confidence and thanking me for it. But it's like sometimes they'll leave and they'll be like, "Thank you so much," and I'm like, "No, thank you so much," and they're like, "No, thank you so much."
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't get any better than that. I don't know. It's awesome. It's the best thing. Yeah.
That's great. So when it comes to, I know you play music at the classes. Is there a certain genre that you're going for, or a certain energy you're trying to have during your class with the music? What is that?
It's like? Everything. Anything that's like hot, you kind of need I either need like a metal version or a hip hop version. Like it kind of has to be really amped up. You know what I mean? I usually play cover songs, so that you pretty much can listen to any song you liked, and usually there's like a metal cover of it, even though it's not necessarily a metal song. You know what I mean? There's always kind of like a fitness class version of that song.
Yeah.
Because people have covered everyone's song, so you can always find a good cover.
That's true. Now, do you plan on doing any outdoor classes in the spring, summer, or have you ever done an outdoor class anywhere?
I've done outdoor cardio sport classes. I was doing the Grosse Pointe training team, and that was just kind of something I did more just for my friends and family if they wanted to come out. People in my local area if they wanted to get it. The problem was I was doing it in the morning. What I've learned is that everyone says they want to train in the morning until that alarm clock goes off, and then they change their mind. It's like we would meet at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And because so I did outdoor right here in Grosse. So I live in Grosse Pointe Park.
Okay.
In the Cabbage Patch, as they call it. It's a fun area. I actually really like living here. But I would use the field they have out here. But that field, we have a nice turf field at the high school, Grosse Pointe South High School.
Yeah. And
I'd use it in the mornings when there were no teams using it. But I think almost because we don't have a lot of other fields that they can use. So they only have that one football. It's like a football field, but they have a bunch of lines for lacrosse lines, football lines, soccer lines. So it's all different colors depending on what sport's using it. So all the teams use that field for different purposes, so it's always being used. So the only time it wasn't being used is super early in the morning, and it has to be light out too, and it's weather permitting. But no, I can do a lot outdoor events, and I'm excited to do. It'd be great to do an outdoor Boxing Madness one, but I got to find a place to do it, and it's gonna be,
Yeah, that makes sense. Got to find the right place.
I was gonna say, sorry, I cut you off. I'm so sorry, but. I was just thinking that setting up those bags. I gotta get, and I've thought about this actually, Martez. I was gonna get
Yeah.
like a van that I can like I just get rid of my car and just get a van that I can a Boxing Madness van that can transport those bags, so that I can set them up outside and do
Wow.
events. So
That'd be huge. That'd be huge.
Mhm.
I forgot my other question I was going to ask you.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah. Sorry.
it's
I was
okay.
like, oh, I missed it.
It's okay. Hopefully it comes to me. Because it was something else I wanted to ask you. But yeah, how I usually ask this question towards the end of the show. But how can people find you? Or get in contact with you if they want to sign up, or if they
Um,
want to know more about your.
yeah, so I think on the Facebook page, at least, I have my they can always text me anytime you want it. Like, just any questions you have about Boxing Madness, I don't care if it's like 1 in the morning. Just send me a text. I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'll answer.
Yeah.
And then the Facebook the Messenger, I respond to that too. A lot of
Okay.
people have reached out to me on that, asking questions about like various things.
Yeah.
A lot of the most frequent asked questions like, do I have gloves? And I do have gloves for people. I bought like 10 extra pairs,
Mhm.
and I'm always shocked at how many people have gloves. And like in Detroit, a lot of people have their own pair.
Okay.
Maybe there was some event that they did somewhere that they were doing boxing and they got free gloves from it.
That's possible. You never know.
Or maybe they boxed for a little while. They used to go to a gym where it was like a boxing fitness gym or a boxing class, and they had gloves from that or something. So.
Now, did you? I know what I wanted to ask you. Now I have another question, but I won't keep you
Okay.
too long.
Go
Yeah, you sent me a video not too long ago. It was an awesome video. I don't know. I don't know who created it for you. You told me, but I think I forgot. But can you talk about that video? Because that was an awesome promotional video for you. Can you talk a little bit about what was that process like in the creation of that promotional video? That was just outstanding.
I think you're talking about it was a cartoon one with Knight Rider
Yeah.
kind of.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So there's two promos I made for the Roseville location, leaving Wayne State. Some of it's recycled. That car video was already done for Wayne State. That was what I was doing. I did that when I launched, I think Wayne State the second semester or something like that. It was the second year I did Boxing Madness. I hand drew. That's why you don't see that many people in the video, because that was kind of like when we were first starting, when I started working on that video.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of recycled it for the Roseville location. So it's like you hear the commander saying, your training destination is Roseville, Michigan, at the at the Roseville Rec Center.
Yeah.
No, so I hand drew that myself, and I used a 2008 version of Adobe Photoshop, the oldest version of Photoshop, probably, like a dinosaur at this point. But it still works, it does everything I knew. If I got the newest version of Photoshop, you could spend your whole life on that program and not know all the stuff that there is.
That's real.
Well, no, yeah, I did that all myself. I didn't hire anyone to make it. And same thing with the In the Zone video. That was the one you saw. You saw the shortened, because I think Instagram forces you to make it 90 seconds.
Yeah.
The max. So I had to make a 90-second version. How it's.
Yeah.
Watch the full version on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw the one that's on Instagram and the one you text me, which is a lot longer than that, which is like outstanding. So yeah,
I think it's only 2 minutes. Yeah.
But great piece of work. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Yeah.
As far as handicapped people, do you recommend like someone in a wheelchair or someone that's having some kind of handicap type situation or disability situation? Are they permitted into the classes?
No, unfortunately, because we're.
Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
No. That's a good question. We're like all over the place doing like multilateral movements where we're moving like not just sideways, not just forward, but kind of forward and sideways at the same time. You're using a lot of your joints. Even if you have like bad knees or something, you got to be ready. You got to be able to move full range of motion with your entire body, pretty much. I mean, there's some people that like if they might have had surgery on their ankle or something like that, and they're like some of the movements are hurting them, and then I'll watch them and like they're like this one hurts, this one doesn't, this one hurts, this one doesn't, And I'll try to I'll do my best to kind of give them modified movements. And then I'm like, every time we do this one side jump, I don't want you doing that. I want you doing this instead or something. Or like, it could be like the backwards jump hurts their legs. I go, just jump forward. You know, don't do that. Or you don't even have to jump. You just step, squat, whatever. But it's funny you ask that because part of how this is another part. I almost forgot this. I got into I sort of got into boxing that we did more boxing because I had this. A lot of times on Saturdays at Wayne State, there really aren't a lot of people that use the gym at Wayne State. Is almost like a ghost town on Saturdays. There's not really that many people there. Like during the week, there's tons of people. And then I think Saturday morning when I'm there, I think college kids just don't work out on the mornings on Saturdays. I think they sleep until 3 and then play Smash Brothers or something.
That sounds all right.
But
after a long night of drinking and partying and all that.
So I don't think they're not coming in to take Boxing Madness. I don't think that day. But so I would use that. I would use that time. That's kind of how I got so many Boxing Madness classes going. Where I was like, I was like, I could do its own. This could be its own class because I used that time to rehearse. But there was a guy that used to come in. His name is Basil. He was a very good friend of mine. He's actually on the flyers. If you look at the flyers, he's the guy that's in the front. It's kind of a blurry photo, but I kind of put him up there. It's like sentimental value for me and him. And I'll be like, look how much my class is taken off. It must be the Basil posters. And I sent him a text to like tease him or something. If he's listening, if you're listening, Basil, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
But he had arthritis in his knees.
Okay.
At a pretty young age, and it was just, it kind of broke my heart that like he couldn't do a lot of the stuff, and a lot of times he'd come to the gym and I'm like rehearsing a class and he would come in maybe a little, and he would come in, it would just be me and him.
Yeah.
And his arthritis got so bad. Eventually, he had knee surgery, and I think he did really well recovering or whatever. But we couldn't do a lot of the horse movement. So I would come up with these boxing classes that he could do isolated.
Yeah.
Where you're not moving around the room. And then I came up with like different types of exercises, a lot of core exercises, and then we had a lot. Those chopping things. Those.
Oh yeah. I know.
You have that mace ball with the tire.
Yeah.
We did a lot of movements like that, just stuff that he could do with the limited range of motion in his one bad knee. And I came up with a name. I actually came up with a name of that class. So it was just for him coming in. It was kind of like a hybrid of boxing stuff, but I called it Chopped Basil because his name was Basil.
Chopped Basil.
Yeah, but that was kind of how like it was. I kind of felt like maybe that would be the only experience I have, even though he's not a handicapped person. But like he was heavily compromised on what he could do and couldn't do, and it kind of did two things. One, it kind of made me like get out of the box and kind of think, how am I going to work with this guy that can't do all this stuff? But it was a good experience, and I think that. So your question about handicap, maybe in the future I'll come up with something that's at Boxing Madness, but for people with different range of motions or people that are handicapped or something like that.
Awesome. Hey man, you answered that well, man. Because I know
thank you.
Like I was kind of when I was asking you the question, I was like, should I be asking this? I don't like put people on the spot.
It could be. Yeah.
At least you didn't give some lie. You didn't lie. So
no. That's
yeah. So I definitely got to take one of your classes. I'm gonna actually talk to you off air. I definitely want to experience it and be able to.
I can't wait to have you in. That'd be awesome.
For sure. Hopefully it's soon in the next few weeks or so. I don't know when you're doing it again, but I definitely want to take one of the classes. But we'll talk about it probably off air.
Okay.
Work out of time. But I want to say thank you for coming on to the show tonight. Is there anything else you want to promote before I let you go this evening, or any final thoughts? If not, I understand.
No, I guess let's just say so. Boxing Madness at the moment, it's at the Roseville East Point Rec Center,
Mm.
the Recreational Authority of Roseville and East Point. It's right behind when you turn off 696. You go to Costco. Everyone knows where Costco is because they got the best.
Yeah.
Like I go to Peach Boxing Madness, I get cut off by a bunch of people. They're trying to get into Costco before they change lights. So I don't know, but no. So it's right behind that. And so it's if you pass Costco, the very first turn on your right on Gratiot.
Yeah.
So it's on Gratiot right off 696. That's where it's located, and it's 7 p.m. or no, it's 7 p.m. Wednesdays,
Okay.
and it's 9:30 Saturdays mornings.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, hey, who's ever listening now, later you heard it from the man's mouth, Kevin, where you can find Detroit Boxing Madness. You definitely want to be there. You definitely want to participate in that. Like, you won't be disappointed. I'm going to try it. And then when I'm going to be able to come back and tell you how it was. But
Awesome. Yeah. I truly think to people out there, I truly think it's the most fun like group fitness class you can ever do. I've taken, when I lived in Boston, I took every group fitness class under the sun until I found stuff that was just better than I ever even expected. I didn't realize you could have this. Like at one point I thought exercise was just something you did.
Yeah.
And you just had to just like, you hated doing it. You just force yourself to do it. And there's so many people that think that don't even realize that this is even a possibility. That you could just have like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And be working really hard at the same time and enjoying it. But yeah, give it a try. It's worth coming up for.
Awesome. All right, well, Kevin, thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. We got to do this again. I'm definitely going to send you some thank yous off air and tell you thank you for coming on to the show. We go network some more, and I definitely want to experience the class. But thank you and have a good night, okay?
Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you out there. It'll be awesome.
For sure. All right, that is the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin, the owner of Detroit Boxing Madness. You all need to go check him out. You need to go holler at him. You need to go participate in the class, get yourself together, get yourself fit. But in the meantime, please keep it locked to Open Talk Radio 313 The Flash. This has been another edition of Welcome to the Spotlight with Martez. Have a good night.
Thank you.